I play the perfect trap card at the perfect time, and you have to see the results to believe them. Here's how I got there. The countless hours spent on Arrakis have left me a little bit more exposed to spice than I would have thought, and I start my journey off with a good strong whiff of it. Right, let's get a game going, shall we? You got my attention. Interest you in a bind? Here there. Here there. I can't do that dwarven voice, you know, when he goes, here there. You guys have ever played World of Warcraft? You know what I'm talking about. Alright, let's go. But I can't deny that for all the problems that Arrakis causes, there's something about the start of the journey. As empty, blank, and swirling as the sand. No past, no future, no plans, just the present. It's the only respite that players of Arrakis are afforded, and it's one that I tend to enjoy more and more as time goes on. As so often happens in Dune, plans are immediately derailed. I spot the Smuggler's Thopter in the Imperium Row and opt to go for an early fold space to get a jump start on the Space and Guild influence, and then grab some Solari with secure contract. I want them to Space and Guild influence, man. So I'm gonna play fold space. Fuck yeah, if I get the chance. The depressed guitar dude is one step ahead of me though. He ends up taking both fold space and secure contract, leaving me with no choice but to grab some early spice and then convert it into Solari to get Swordmaster on round 2 of play. And he played fold space. That's unfortunate. So, alright, change of plans. I mean, we can pay a water, take second place, get our water back, sell melange, maybe. So that's 6 spice, and then secure contracts. Yeah, I guess we just set up for Swordmaster. So I'm gonna undo that. I'm gonna use the least permissive card possible. Alright, now I'm gonna play secure contracts.
Nope.
Yeah, damn it, dude. This guy is literally one step ahead of me. I was gonna go fold space secure contract. Okay, so, I mean, if we play secure contract, if we play Sell Melange now, we can still go secure contract Swordmaster next turn. I think I'm alright with that. I just really want to get my Solari. I do manage to pick up the Smuggler's Thopter on my reveal turn, and that's also quite nice and will prove to be a pivotal resource in my journey toward the largest reveal of all time. Okay, so we are going to take second place here. We're going to get our water back, so essentially 2 free spice, and we're going to play Swordmaster next turn, hopefully. You know, secure contract into Swordmaster, which we could do because we know we're going to draw the necessary stuff. That water is going to help us probably play Hardy Warriors too. We're going to be able to go somewhere, hopefully. He's getting the fucking... Oh, no, he's not. Hell yeah. Well, in that case, I'm taking Smuggler's Thopter, man. See you later. No doubt. That's mine. Thank you. Have a good one. Hi, how are you? Off and away. God, those fucking gnomes, man. God. Going into round 2, I was pretty concerned that the depressed guitar dude would try to take secure contract from me. I spent all of turn 1 building up that Solari, and I did not need him taking that and delaying my plans. Alrighty, so the line here is secure contract. If he takes secure contract, I'm gonna be mad. Don't be taking my secure contract, buddy.
Don't do this. Don't.
Don't do it. Just be cool. I don't know what you're thinking about fucking up for me this time, but don't. Secure contract. Oh no, we could go secure contract into like Swordmaster into Mentat into something. Yeah, this turn could get good. I wonder what he's thinking about. Is he trying to just grab... Somebody's gonna grab Imperial Basin though, no? I got Swordmaster plans, so, I mean, whatever you guys want to do. I'm probably going here, 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 and something else. I'm gonna draw 2 cards for that too. This reveal turn could be pretty nice. Is he just gonna time out? Is he not fucking... I mean, I'm good with that. Yeah, cool. 3 spice. I mean, that's a lot. You know, give him that. Okay, secure contract. Let's get it. Now, actually, nobody can take the Mentat from me, so I may actually go Mentat next, because I can just go Mentat into Swordmaster. Never mind, he's got enough. So now it has to be Swordmaster because he sold Melange. So that was the line there, was Mentat into Melange, or sorry, Mentat into Swordmaster, because he couldn't have played Swordmaster, but that changes things, because I want to get my Swordmaster around before he does. Not gonna sit on these 10 Solari when I worked the whole first round to get them. And then where do we want to seek allies is like the next question, right? So we are gonna get to draw some cards. Swordmaster, we're gonna get to draw something. Okay, so there is a timer going. And he is roping us every turn. I wonder if he's doing that intentionally. Like, the thing says he's at his desktop. Maybe he's just taking the whole 90 seconds. I mean, my play's pretty clear. So I'm gonna play Swordmaster, but then where does Raban go? He's not getting Swordmaster this turn. I'm not letting him. It's not happening. Thanks. Have a good one. We follow that turn up by taking the Mentat and harvesting one of Ilman's signature abilities, drawing an extra card anytime you pay for Solari on a board space. This allows us to draw 2 cards for the price of a dagger, and it also gives us the final positional advantage on the conflict, given that we can get involved once everybody else has actually revealed their cards. I do have the last word on the conflict. Wonder if I can just maybe take a cheap 3rd place here to influence with the Spacing Guild, so yeah, we could. Yeah, see, this is why position is so powerful, because we have all these options now. After taking the Mentat, I was presented with 2 juicy opportunities on the world of Arrakis. Almost worse than 2 bad decisions. I could either use the Mentat's positional advantage to secure rewards in the conflict, or I could go for the Spacing Guild influence and build up toward that nice, sweet Smuggler's Thopter card draw. Sometimes these little decisions seem irrelevant, but they're like Paul Atreides' ability to see the future. Thousands of possible branches on a tree pruned the instant you make a decision. Even small choices like this can have a big impact later. Nah, cause we're gonna want to draw, so I will let them have this conflict because I know that we are gonna get the chance to play Smuggler's Thopter next turn, somewhere, which is cool. So I will just seek allies on the fold space. Ultimately, I decided to grab the Spacing Guild influence and forego the conflict. Doing so, though, allowed me to grab Duncan Idaho, which meant things were just going to get better and better. Duncan Idaho was going to provide me passive water on reveal turns, and water was one less resource I had to worry. I will take Duncan Idaho because if we reveal him, we get stuff. Don't need to play Duncan Idaho necessarily. At the start of the next round, I remark about how explosive the next few turns could be, and boy was I right. Okay, so we're shaping up to have some pretty explosive next few turns. The conflict rewards were basically a free round of play, and my hand was stacked. I had a fold space, a diplomacy, and the Smuggler's Thopter. I had to make the most of it, and I knew I could not let this round go to waste. I had to get those 2 Spacing Guild influence, win the conflict, and find a way to make use of that sweet Smuggler's Thopter contraband. Fold space, Hardy Warriors, Smuggler's Thopter, maybe? This influence is kind of hard to ignore, you know? We are going to get to draw a lot of cards. Maybe we play Smuggler's Thopter into secure contract. Rally Troops isn't a bad draw. I think we want troops here. Probably playing fold space to deploy 2 troops. The other option is... Yeah, I think the fold space is probably worth it. I think we just try to re-up on our resources here. We'll get 3 Solari. All our hard work setting up in the beginning of the game finally was looking to pay off. We got that influence with the Spacing Guild, used the last of our water to secure relations with the Fremen to go fight for us, and got the sweet benefits of that helicopter flying in to grab some Solari and 2 more free cards. Siege Reverend Mother, Fremen Bond. That looks pretty good. Take that. 2 influence. I think we will take Fremen and Spacing Guild. Yeah, that was very helpful. 2 free turns. As a bonus, winning the conflict allowed us to grab a victory point by getting an alliance with the Fremen, giving us access to Siege Tapper, and advancing our Spacing Guild influence even farther up the track. Even then, it felt like a masterstroke, and I couldn't help but feel like the turning point in the game had already been reached. Just because you turn a corner though doesn't mean there isn't a sandworm waiting for you. I start the next round with a really clunky hand and almost no resources. I did have Duncan Idaho, but I had to make sure that he got revealed in order to re-up my water supply. I also had to make sure I did so in a way where my opponents didn't get too far ahead, or I could risk this game slipping away from me. No influence tracks, so... Yeah, I figured he was gonna do that. Is he gonna play Highliner? One of the reasons that Ilban Richess is such a strong leader is because of the Mentat ability. You can draw 2 cards for 2 Solari, and given that you have a Swordmaster, you can give yourself total last position on a conflict. I didn't have much to go on at the start of the hand, but I knew Mentat would give me a start by drawing me potentially some other cards that I could use to fuel the rest of the round. Given that the conflict rewards weren't too impactful, I was happy to use the rest of the cards from Mentat to just kind of heal up, get some extra resources, reveal Duncan Idaho, get some extra water, and just take a breather. Sometimes in the desert, you have to know when to rest. Knowing when to rest is just as important as knowing when to take action. Helena can't play Siege Tower, so we will play Siege Tower. He has not revealed yet, so we want to wait to deploy our guys. Shani gets us a water, but we don't want to play her. Oh, holy shit. She might get the head ratch this turn. Yeah, well played. So if I play here, I get a spice. The positional advantage from the Mentat did offer us a way into the conflict with pretty little risk. We were able to deploy 1 troop and get 4 Solari, basically a secure contract and then some. It was a rare situation where you could squeeze blood from a stone, but every bit of resource on Arrakis is useful. So we get 2 swords because of Duncan Idaho, so we only need to deploy 1 troop. We get 2 swords, brings us up to 4, so we get 2nd place. We get 4 Solari for 1 guy. On board with that. We'll just take a liaison. We'll take a couple liaisons. Pretty powerful to just leverage position. 4 Solari for 1 guy. I mean, that's a secure contract and then some. Round 4 was Deja Vu. I drew Fold Space, Smuggler's Thopter, and Diplomacy. Everybody tied up for victory points, and you can feel the tension in the game really starting to ramp up as people start to build their decks, the conflict rewards get more lucrative, and people have more resources available to them. While the conflict rewards didn't directly translate to victory points, A Mentat, 2 Solari, and an Intrigue card were all just good resources to have, and resources that we really couldn't afford to be spending on agents in the later rounds of the game. This turn was important not for the direct rewards that it offered, but for the future. Whoever got this conflict and dominated this turn was going to be able to step on the gas pedal the hardest, flying into the storms of the desert and getting more spice than everyone else. That Blood from a Stone maneuver from round 3 allowed me to get an early rally troops, and I could use those troops to win the conflict. From there, though, it was anyone's guess how the round was going to play out. The fold space is nice because now we can play any space on the board. Could also play Research Station and draw through our entire freaking deck. We're 1 card away from the Space and Guild Alliance, so maybe we play a fold space to get a fold space and get 3 Solari that way. I kinda like Rally Troops though, I'm not gonna lie. We'll just convert the dagger into something useful. After Rally Troops, I decided to go for a Smuggler's Thopter on the board space that required no water. It was a combat space that was easy to deny for other players, allowed us to draw 2 cards, and gave us maximum flexibility in the rounds to come. On the other hand, we could just play Smuggler's Thopter. Alright, so I'm in position. We could still play Research Station and win this conflict. A couple of our opponents dumped their hands, but still the question remains. How do we take first place in the conflict and step on the gas harder than anyone else? The answer came to me almost in a flash of inspiration. I could play Fold Space onto the Mentat space, and because of Illimit's passive I could draw another card on top of that. So that's 2 cards for the Mentat like normal, but Fold Space would yield an extra card. That's a Research Station, 3 cards for 2 Solari, and it would give us position on the conflict. Seeing a theme here, position and conflicts are massively valuable, you know, acting last. But anyway, that's what we decide to do. Actually, do we want to fight here? I think actually that's probably the play. We probably do want to fight. Siege Reverend Mother does get us troops. Okay, that's the play. Fold space here. I had just waltzed into the largest reveal of my Dune career yet. 12 persuasion points, and I wasn't even done playing. That was going to be a Spice Must Flow, plus something else. It was so luxurious that I even debated trying to get a Spice Must Flow and Thufir Hawad, a whopping 14 reveal points, but it just didn't seem like a mathematically sound decision. Thufir Hawad, okay, well now I'm actually thinking about 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Can we get Thufir Hawad and a... Yeah, we can. We'd have to draw a Rakkus Liaison, though. That would be... We'd have a 20% chance to do it. I don't know. I think we just, we play here. We ditch the water. We deploy. He's revealed already, so we would win if he hasn't used... If he doesn't use an intrigue card, we're gonna win that. And then we will ditch Dune the Desert Planet. So now we can just get the Mentat without even cycling for it. Pretty big. Rapid mobilization's great. Round 6 is usually the calm before the storm in any Dune tabletop game. It's the round before the big conflict rewards on turn 7, and it's usually the round where everybody scrambles to get enough resources in place to fight for that conflict on round 7. I won't make a mountain out of a molehill and be all dramatic about this round because there's really nothing remarkable to it. I played Siege Tabber, cycled through the Mentat that I got the last round to get a few more cards, and just tried to put myself in the best position possible for round 7 when the big conflict rewards came. One unfortunate part about the round was that I only ended up with 8 persuasion instead of 9, so I wasn't able to grab a spice must flow like I wanted to, but I still ended the round with at least 3 water and 3 spice. I was well set to take advantage of the big fight that was to come next turn. Best of all, we still had rapid mobilization, which was going to be able to basically have us ignore position the following round and really see what our opponents were willing to commit to a conflict before we got to step in. And that's always something that's useful, not only in Dune, but in life in general. Yeah, rally troops, sure. So we don't need to go research station this turn because nobody else can go research station, but then we're kind of limited in what we can do at the same time, and I think research station's probably the play because we don't want to burn our liaison. Our liaison is really only useful if we reveal him. We should consider burning a liaison, but it's not going to take away any of the big conflict spaces. And we have rapid mobilization anyway. So I think we are okay to play research station. Wow. Okay, those were some pretty good draws. So we don't have a water, but we're going to get 2 water. I think diplomacy is the right play here. We're gonna have so much water by the time this is over. So if we spend a liaison and grab a card, we can grab 2 cards. I'm kind of cool with that. Oh, the Arrakis liaison is a Fremen. Holy shit! Did not know that. We can rapid mobilization. I don't think we want to. We don't have any interest in winning. We almost got the spice must flow. We were 1 off, unfortunately. Sucks we couldn't get a spice must flow, but is what it is. She gonna try and get a spice must flow here. Ixnay on the Oopstay. We call it Oopstay. My, look at the time. Lion King, anybody? Stage incident? You motherfucker. Wow. My man nuked himself on the conflict. So she gets 2nd place for 1 troop. So next turn, if we win that, we're gonna get 1, 2, 3 victory points. And what are we drawing for sure next turn? Missing argument, Arrakis liaison. Yeah, this turn's gonna be good. Round 7. The daggers come out, the sands whip in a frenzy, and everyone tries to compete for the conflict rewards that can catapult them to victory. All my play up to this point had come down to this. At 5 victory points, we were only 1 victory point behind the leader, and it was anyone's game. Right as the round started, I knew that 3 victory points were possible with a highliner that would get us the Space and Guild Alliance combined with a conflict win. The question was how to extract the most value out of my opponents with rapid mobilization. It wasn't just about winning the conflict, it was about making sure my opponents burned everything they had before I won, and that I still had to win nevertheless. Is what it is, you know? 2 waters, yeah, this turn's gonna be huge. Hate to break it to you, bud, but, really? You gonna block my highliner, dude? You're not. Okay, block my still suits. That's cool. I'm good for that. No, we want the water from Highliner, so we will play Highliner. Kinda wanna make them expend some more guys, you know, make them think that they're gonna win. They're not gonna win. I guess we can just take the Mentat, just try to take 2 more cards. Okay, he's gonna play Research Station, which I guess totally makes sense if you want to fight. See if we can bait them into wasting some guys here. Now they do have Intrigue cards, which is something to be aware of. So the question for us now is rally troops or Mentat into something else. We could always just Mentat into Signet Ring, which I'm kind of okay with. Siege Reverend Mother, fantastic. Because, oh wait, we don't have a Fremen, so... Yeah, so we want to play Siege Reverend Mother if we can. Sucks, man. Oh no, we play the Liaison. The Fremen Bond gives us 3 Reveal and 2 Spice, so we just play the Liaison and we're fine. Okay. Yeah, this is interesting. You know, people are definitely fighting us here. Just play this. And then we'll play Rapid Mobilization, and it's time to go. Time to turn up the gas. So he doesn't win unless he has Ambush and something else. The ambush goes exactly as planned. Our opponents commit all their troops against each other, not knowing that we were lurking in the shadows to cast Rapid Mobilization and throw their world into chaos. Alrighty. So, Fremen Bond, jeez, man. What? Hey! Ooh! What a reveal, man. Damn. Even better, we pick up an additional victory point from the Spice Must Flow in our reveal turn. 4 victory points in 1 turn. A massive swing, and we were firmly in the driver's seat to close the game out. Rapid Mobilization, dude. Let's get it. 2 more points. We start round 9 with everything we need to look on the setting sun. A diplomacy, 2 spice, 3 water, all the resources in the world to convert spice and water to cards, get a Spice Must Flow, and hopefully pick up an influence in the process. All that work and effort made this smooth sailing. It was just a matter of getting the order right. I think Research Station's probably a good start, just giving ourselves some more options. We take Research Station to deny Helena the ability to do the same with her 2 water. Fremen Bond gets us a Spice. We don't have a Fremen yet. Arrakis Liaison would get us one. Siege Reverend Mother allows us to ditch a card. So we have Diplomacy. We can actually just ditch the Spice Must Flow, maybe. Rally Troops. Oh man, yeah, this... kind of getting out of hand here. I mean, then again, we can just play Diplomacy. Do we want to just play Thufir Hawat here? What's left in our deck to draw? Smuggler's Thopter, a couple other things. So, I think we go... Siege Reverend Mother we want to reveal. I think we can play Diplomacy. We'll drop a Spice Must Flow, pick up 2 cards. and then we seal the deal with Bene Gesserit Mother and Diplomacy to get 2 influence with the Bene Gesserit. The multiple uses of Mentat with Ilbin's signature ability, combined with the positioning of multiple rounds going last and maximizing our resources, made the win all but assured.
The ambush gets us to 9, which gets us 2nd place, so we're gonna ditch the dagger.
We celebrate our victory with a little indulgence in debauchery and madness by quoting one of my favorite characters from Fallout New Vegas, fantastic, because the end of the game was precisely that. Because the guy running this place is fantastic. I got the NCR suckling my teats, and it feels so good. I turn dials, I read numbers. Sometimes I make up little stories about what the numbers mean. Like a vault code that got you to a vault full of naked women. And I'm learning more every day. Well guys, that's all for this video. I hope you liked it, I hope you laughed, I hope you learned something. Sandwalk safely, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.